back to another week of YouTube. As you can see, my house is an abomination today. Just lots of things that I need to tidy up. It's my responsibility to bring this home back to its... Listen, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Or did I? I don't recall. I don't remember there being... But to start today's video, I feel like I get asked a lot about my makeup routine, which is ever changing, and I feel like I'm not someone who does a really great job. If I'm being honest, maybe it looks that way online, but I'm always doubting my efforts and my ability to paint my face, if I'm being honest. I watch a lot of tutorials online because I just feel like there's something I'm not picking up. Also, my skin is ever changing as I'm getting older, and it's something that I'm navigating. I feel like I'm in a point in my life, and maybe you can relate to this, where I'm noticing things. Something I've noticed a lot lately is my eyelids. This is so pathetic. You'd think hearing the Bin Man every Thursday for your entire life would make you kind of be a bit more chill about it. No, it's like it's the first time every time. It's like it's the first time he's ever seen a bin truck. I don't remember how old I was, but my brother threw a fork at my face, and it hit me in the eye. Or was it a stick? It was a stick. He threw a stick at my face and it hit me in the eye, and now I have this beautiful scar across my eye, and I feel like it affects the way that my makeup works on my face. I can't do a winged liner because of the where the scar positioning is. There's like a dent. It's not even much, but it's enough that it fucks up my wing liner. So I never do a wing liner. Anyway, something else I'm noticing is the back of my hands are just starting to look a little bit more wrinkly. I don't know how to explain it. Just like a little bit. Yeah, I just feel like this is my downfall era. This is my downfall era. I'm in the peak of my life, and I really need to embrace the hotness now while I still have it. I think I need to put sunscreen on the back of my hands while I'm driving. I have a feeling that that's what it's from. Holding onto my steering wheel and not putting sun protection on my hands. I do put it on my face and then I do this, but I don't actively add sunscreen to the back of my hand. And so I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to incorporate into my routine from now on. I thought I'd just go through what I'm doing at the moment makeup wise. And I feel like because I'm not elite, I'm not, a professional, it's probably something that you can achieve as well, because I don't have strong technique and I just use what I have. So let's get into it. First, I'm just going to do a bit of skincare prep. Boring. I'll just do that. To start, as you can see, I have quite a bit of darkness here, and then I have my melasma on my forehead and on the sides of my cheeks. So what I like to do is take this Bobbi Brown color corrector stick. I get this from Mecca, and I use the shade Bisque. There's a lot of different shades, but this one seems to be the one that works for me. I've been using this for years, by the way, and I just think it's amazing. I will put it on all of the spots that I think need a bit of brightening, just like that, and then in my eyes. I try to do not super heavy under my eyes, only because I will go in with concealer as well, and I don't want it to be too much. So just on all of the dark spots of my face. If you don't have melasma or dark under eyes, skip this step, because the less makeup you have on your skin honestly is better. This is a concealer brush. It is the Hourglass one. I just like it because it's like really dense, so I can just press everything into my skin. So just taking a brush like this and just pushing into the skin, not swiping because you'll just move everything around, but just pushing in. And I just kind of like to brush that like up into my eyelid because I have quite dark eyelids as well. Just keep pressing. This is what the first layer looks like. It's not going to even out my skin tone. We're just covering up the dark stuff. And then we're going to go over and layer with everything else. Something I have been trialing is adding all of my product at the same time and then using one brush to blend it out. And I feel like that's making my makeup blend a bit better, because sometimes I notice that I have quite harsh lines between like my bronzer and my brush, and I just don't think that I have the right hand technique. I'm very impatient. I don't like to take my time when it comes to makeup. I find it really boring to do, to be honest. But this seems to like blend out a lot better. So for my concealer, I'm using the Laura Mercier Real Flawless in the shade 2C2. This has a slight peach undertone to it because, again, I just feel like I have like a lot of dark spots on my face, and this just helps kind of brighten it. And any other like type of concealer, I always feel like makes me look a bit yellow, which is really annoying. I think it has something to do with olive skin. That's something I'm watching a lot of videos about at the moment. But anyway, it's like a peachy tone concealer, and I just feel like that works for me. I just put a little smidge there, smidge here, another one on the other side there. I'll do this section of my forehead, my chin, and the sides of my nose. And then if I have any pimples or anything I want to cover up, sometimes I do it on those, but I feel like I'm just going to leave it there today because I'm not actually doing a lot. I don't need a lot of makeup. So I start with that. Then I go in with my cream bronzer. I'm using the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Truffle. Got this from Mecca. And it just looks like this. And I pretty much just do a nice little rainbow line on my forehead. Like so. Sometimes I'll go down here. I'll do 2 little lines on my nose and just a little bit on my eyelids. And that is it. I'm not very neat, to be honest. For my cream blush, I'm going in with the Array Perez Carrot Pot in the shade Healthy. It's this color here and I love it so much. I get mine from the Functional Skin. But I will just use my finger and dab that pretty much on like my high point of my cheekbones, and then sometimes a little spot on my nose. Then for my foundation, I actually use concealer, and this is the Array Perez Lychee Cream Corrector, and I believe it's in the shade DOS, D-O-S. This is just like a really good shade match for me, and it just blends out so nicely, and it just looks like foundation anyway. But I pretty much put about this much on the back of my hand, and then I prime it. I prime it into my brush. This is the foundation brush I'm using at the moment. It's from Morphe. And I pretty much just dab it in there and get it all up in the bristles, and this is just going to make sure that it like applies evenly to my skin and I'm not adding too much and making my face super cakey. Then I just go in and I start where I don't have any makeup, just to make sure that I'm getting that foundation like directly onto my skin. So usually like lower face, top of lip, and then the sides of my forehead. And then I pretty much start blending out all of the concealer points on my face. This is how we're looking so far. It's kind of like a trust the process thing, but I promise you it just works. Then I start with my forehead and start blending that bronzer, and I'm just pressing everything down. I'm trying not to swipe. And then moving on to my cheeks. And see how that's just like blending out, like you can still see the color, but it's not like a super harsh line. Sides of my jaw, and then my nose, then my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with powder, and what I've learned is less is more, especially when you have creasing, wrinkling, all of that stuff. I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I grab a little fluffy brush like this one. It's a Morphe one. I pretty much just dip it in, and then I grab the lid and I just try and get rid of all of that excess powder and just like really again prime my brush. Then I just put it in any spot that I don't want to be shiny, which is basically where we put most of the concealer. Chin, just under my eyes, very lightly, front of my forehead, and then sometimes I'll do just like the sides of my cheeks, just so that my hair like doesn't stick to my face. Then for bronzer, at the moment I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil powder. I don't love this, if I'm being honest. I feel like it's really cool tone, and I wish I had something a little bit warmer. I also don't feel like it blends the best, but it could just be my technique, if I'm being honest. I try to keep a really light hand and just like tap, and just pretty much putting it everywhere that I already had cream bronzer, just like layering that and then I go down my neck to make sure it blends because my neck is so pale. For blush, I bought a new palette. This is from Morphe. It's called the Cheek Thrills palette in the shade Beach Bonfire. This one actually comes with 2 cream ones as well. I'm just gonna start with the powder, and less is more, guys. Less is more. Everything is buildable, so just start small and then build up. And I feel like this is just like a really nice complementary color to the blush. This is how we're looking at the moment. For mascara, I go in with the Hourglass Unlocked. I just really like this mascara. It's a tube mascara, and yeah, I just think it goes on really well. It doesn't like drip or drop or run, and we love that. And I only ever do my top lashes. I don't really like doing the bottom. I feel like it just closes my eyes up too much. Cute. Right, for lips, I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. It's like a double-ended one. One has like it's like a contour stick, I guess it's called. Lip Cheek Contour Duo in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to go in with like the pinkier side because it's like a really close match to my lips already. I am waiting for my Summer Fridays lip stain to arrive today, and I feel like that's going to change my life. I just follow my Cupid's bow and slightly overline on that top section there. I feel like it makes the biggest difference to the way that my lips look. And then I go over, this is the Dior Lip Glow in the shade 12 Rosewood, I think it is. I bought this in Italy, can you believe that? And it's really at the end of its tether, so I'm like starting to scrape it now and then just rub it in. But I just feel like it's a really nice like pinky balmy color, and it just looks so nice on my lips. I have been using something that's a little bit darker, and I feel like it ages me. I feel like dark lips really make me look a lot older, so I'm trying like not to do that. Then to finish up, this is the Fenty Beauty You Mist. I'm just using this because it's the only spray that I have at the moment, but I feel like it's really nice. Just as like a finisher, really light. And that's it, guys. That's all I've been doing lately. And I feel like I've been getting lots of compliments, which I absolutely love. Feed my ego. I love it so much. Sometimes if I feel like it, I may just go over with a little bit more blush after I've sprayed. I have blush blindness and I love it. But that's it. That's the makeup routine. And I hope that was helpful, and I hope I didn't skip anything or leave anything out. But if you have any questions, drop them below. I'm always happy to answer them. I'm filming some content today. I've got a little clothing haul to do with Billy J, which I'm excited for. I pick out some pieces that are a little bit different to what I normally wear, but I'm just trying to I just wanted to try something with a bit of color. Do you know what I mean? Just something a little bit different. So I'm gonna film that today, and then I'm gonna get onto my chores, which is a lot of washing, cleaning up my makeup table and all of the things. But I'm hoping we can have a chat while I do that. Hair is somewhat done. We're just letting it sit for a little bit. My hair likes to drop very fast, so I'm trying not to let it sit too long. I am gonna iron my pieces. Look at this, guys. How fun is that? It is a little bit out of my comfort zone, I won't lie. But sometimes I just want to be a little bit reckless and just wear something a little bit more fun. Like, imagine this at 3 o'clock on a Sunday with a margarita in my hand. Are we kidding? No, we're not. This is the glamorous part of my job sometimes. Steaming my clothes before I film them. Very important part of the role. I remember the first time a brand asked me to steam the clothes after I'd already filmed the content. They were like, can she refilm it and steam the clothes? I was like, what do I work for you? I was like, I don't own a steamer or an iron. This is 2021. I don't remember what year it was, but I was like, I'm a modern woman. I don't need to steam or iron my clothes. Like, nobody cares. They canceled the partnership and I lost that money, and I was like, oh, maybe I need to get my head out of my ass. And I bought a steamer. And now I love it. I love steaming my clothes. I only steam them as I need them, of course. But it's also like, what was I thinking? Like, why would they not expect me to steam? Do you know what I mean? Bitch. Me, I'm the bitch. Alright, 20 minutes later, we're done steaming. My hair has dropped completely and we're good to go. Now I need to work out where exactly I'm going to film this because it's a very grey overcast day today, so it needs to be well lit, but I need to be able to see my whole outfit, which I could do here in front of like all this lighting, but then my background's like really shitty. Oh, Phil's home. What's new? I'm filming. He's home. Yeah, see, that's like, this man will be the death of me, honestly. He's never home. He's never home until I've hit record, and then all of a sudden he's home.
Come on, lay it on me. Yes, you're always filming, and wow, look at your hair.
Look at your hair.
Bro, I got a hat on. Look at your hair. What are you doing?
I'm back.
Why are you looking so sexy?
Stop.
Alright, I'm gonna have some breakfast quickly.
Are you actually?
Oh yeah, I'm hungry. I'm trying not to eat out. I'm trying to eat in, baby.
We both know that's not true.
What do you mean? You know.
Here you go, guys. This is the spot I've chosen. I'm going to put my phone up on the window because I feel like it's nice and bright. And yeah, you guys can watch me work. After 43 minutes of filming, I get to sit down and edit that into a 30-second video. And that is the art of content creation, my guy. I'm going to go and get changed. I'm going to wash myself in the shower because I did put on like a body tint because I'm pale, like a ghost. And I want to put my pajamas back on, which are new and white. And I don't want to get them stained. So I'm going to go rinse off, get comfy, start editing, and then start folding my washing, which is really my task of today. Because if you're gonna be in pajamas all day, at least make them cute. Am I right? At least make them cute. These are from Wear Junie. I got Goldie matching ones. They didn't do boys ones this year. Look at them. These are their Ditzy Bloom collection. Immediately added to cart when I seen it. I'm a sucker for their Easter pajamas. I bought them last year too, so that's the tea on that. I'll be wearing for the rest of the day. Washed my tinted moisturizer off, kept my face on for you guys. Although it is looking a little worse for wear. But I think that's just because I kept steaming myself in the face when I was steaming my clothes. I also had to go on a walk to the neighbor's house, which, you know, you're probably imagining next door. We live on bigger blocks, so imagine that was at least 500 meters. At least it felt like it. It felt like it. Chase the dog around, couldn't catch it, come back, continue filming. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, guys. Try being an influencer for a day. Also, that's a joke. If you haven't seen the video, it's a joke. I don't mean that. Happy Friday! I'm getting really bad at this vlog stuff, guys. It's too much. I won't stop though. I won't quit. I will commit to you guys. I thought I'd end this vlog. I didn't fold any of my washing. I haven't cleaned my makeup table yet. I am going to do it today, I think this afternoon, but I need to finish this and edit it and get it ready for upload for tonight. So I'll do that first, schedule it, and then just go and do all of the things that I need to do. I thought I'd do a little quick tour and show you guys what I planted in my garden this week and just give you a little update. We are in the back garden, and my back garden, I think we've redone these gardens 3 or 4 times. They're a really difficult garden because we have these big palm trees, and anyone who has palm trees in a garden will know that these things suck the life out of everything around it. It sucks up all of the water, all of the nutrients in the ground. So unless you're like constantly watering, giving like the soil some love and things like that, it's really hard for plants to like kind of strive around them. And I go in like these kind of like ebbs and flow with this garden. Like come into like autumn, winter time, this garden flourishes because it's obviously not as hot out here, so when we water it, it kind of lasts a bit longer. And yeah, I think I planted like a lot of like wintry style plants, which look great 3 months of the year. The other 9 months, a little worse for wear. So I'm still navigating this space. I also have a little nut grass breakout, which I did just like poison and cover with cardboard mulch like a couple of months ago, and it's just all resprouted this week, which is so annoying. So I'm gonna have to do it again, but I have to wait for it to stop raining. Anyway, let me give you a little tour. So this is one side of the garden. This side of the garden, it used to be flourishing. It used to be so beautiful. There was plants everywhere, and we kind of went through like a little heat wave over summer. There was no summer storms except for like one, so it hardly rained and everything just kind of dried out and died off, which was really annoying. Except for this thing is, it's doing its best. These have just flourished this week because I've been giving it a lot more water. I bought like a little sprinkler system thing and put it in there, so they're all like blossoming, which is great. These little shrubs are flowering finally, and then this is coming back to life too, this silver falls, which looks amazing. But this was everywhere, it was all over, but we had to rip it all up when the nutgrass took over, and yeah, poison it, cardboard it, but it did nothing. It's literally come back all the way through, which is so frustrating. These are cosmos, and I literally just chucked like a seed packet in here and let it go, and so they have like these random tall ass flowers in here, and feels like these look ridiculous, and I'm like, I get what you're saying, but I also kind of love them. I don't know, they're just like chaotic but like fun. I only planted these in here the other day and I moved them. They were up on these poles and I've had them in there for months and they're just not really growing. They're not doing anything, and they're meant to be like a growing flowering vine. So I've put some star jasmine on those poles to grow up and over like our front pillars, because they grow so fast in the sun, they thrive. So I'm going to see how that goes, and I'm just seeing how these go in here. I'm just worried about the soil, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. But when we did dig up in this garden, there were lots of worms in here, because before there was nothing. It was so dry, there was no nutrients, there was no microbiomes or whatever it is. The soil was terrible. So I did a lot of work in here just to bring the soil back before I even considered planting. I planted these roses, and I forget the exact name of them, but they're meant to just be like really hardy and really easygoing. They do have thorns on them, which is kind of a bitch, but look how cute they are. They're really pretty. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 along this pathway, and I'm hoping that they just grow into nice big bushes. The thing about this garden is it used to be full of hedges. I ripped them all out because I wanted to do like a nice little cottage garden in here. It's probably one of my biggest regrets, because yeah, trying to get things to grow amongst these big boys has proven to be difficult, and I think I wish I just did a little bit more research first instead of just getting like pull happy. And I know as well, like I considered planting like Australian natives in here so that they could just thrive, like obviously in our hot climate. But Australian natives, once they're like mature, they are really hardy and they can kind of cop a lot, but to get to that point they actually need a lot of loving. So they're just not the best plant. They need a lot of love at the start for them to kind of thrive as an adult, if that makes sense. So there's a little tip for the day, if that was one. Anyway, that is it from me. I'm gonna go inside and start doing some work. I did film a little like makeup tutorial for Instagram this morning. It's pretty much just like a repeat of what I did at the start of this vlog, but just in like quicker reel style format, just so that I have it on there as well, like a little bit quicker. Yeah, I'm gonna go and deal with all that, edit that, come back, fold this fucking pile of washing, and get ready for the weekend. We have no plans, and I'm hoping that we can actually get out and do some stuff as a family. I feel like we've been hermit crabs a bit lately. Anyway, thanks for spending the last 2 days with me once again. I am really loving my vlogs. I'm loving like you guys loving my vlogs. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!